Hello, hello, hello. We're back. It's the
Hi, guys.
Princess and the Priest.
It is. It's Mother's Day.
Yes, it is. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, or soon to be mothers, or grandmothers, or aunts, or however, whoever mothers children. And trust me, there are people out there who are like the best moms and they don't even have children. So, happy Mother's Day to you all.
There you go. Today we're talking about developing our talents.
Ta-da! Which
This is
mothers
an
do.
important thing. Well, you hope so. Sometimes you just see them in situations where they've had a tough day and they're just kind of and they're like comatose, and you go, oh my gosh. And that's why a lot of girls don't want to become mothers, is because they go, I have no interest in that kind of world. And you go, that only happens sometimes.
Well, when they're teeny tiny and they're running all around and you have more than one, it can feel like it's going to last forever, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. She knows. All right. But that's okay. We need to try to develop our talents anyway. Or we need to know that we have talents.
Yes.
Stuff that we have. We all have different talents and abilities. And our Heavenly Father has given them to, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know if we have them
I think He has given us talents.
innately or not. It's okay either way. It doesn't matter what the source really is, I think. When we're born, we brought these gifts, talents, and abilities with us. Yeah.
For example, one of Moses' talents was he was a great leader, but he did have a slight... He wasn't a good spokesman. I guess he stuttered maybe, or stumbled on his words,
Something.
Anyway, he felt inadequate. And Moses' brother Aaron
didn't have that problem.
His talent was being able to speak well, and made up.
And so
for
God
it.
said, "Fine, He'll speak for you." Of course, God was a little miffed, I think, at the time. It gave everything anyway, but that's okay. We work on the talents that we're given, and as we all come together, it really enhances all of our individual talents, I think.
And those who have talents that are, like, what is the word I'm looking for?
Demonstrative.
Yeah, like singing,
dancing, yeah,
sports.
Yeah, the things that everybody thinks about.
It's out there, and it's easy to spot and recognize.
Right.
And I can remember, like, my oldest daughter, she taught herself how to play the guitar, and she taught herself how to speak Hebrew. She taught herself how to speak American Sign Language. She sang well. She had a lot of visible talents. And her younger sister just was, I don't have any talents. And it's like, you do, but they're not these talents.
They're not those kind of talents where they just go out and they just fawn over you. Oh, you're so wonderful.
And the thing is that even from a very, very young age, she was very meticulous.
Boy, yeah.
About everything. And it drove me up the wall. But because of her ability to be that meticulous, she is now the boss at her work, where she uses that talent every single day.
She's in construction. A woman in construction. Funny, huh? But she does it, and she likes it, and
everybody they
everybody
begged and pleaded
her.
with her, please be our lead in our team, be our boss.
She finally relented and said, "Fine, I will."
But it's because of that talent.
Yeah,
that she has.
Right.
She has other talents too, but that's just one that she finally, I think, has figured out is really a talent and not a fault or a vice or anything. So it's good.
So there's other talents we might have that aren't that demonstrable, that you can just say, oh, look at what they can do. Patience, cheerfulness, teaching others. These are all good things too.
Yeah.
Some of them might not be very well compensated. People always think, oh, I'm supposed to get all these wonderful talents and then I'm going to break into the big time and I'm going to get rich, and a whole lot of things don't lend themselves to being that. Although, still just as necessary, just as needed, and just as what am I trying to say? Just as respected by the Lord.
Yes.
There we go.
It almost seems like we've been gone for a week or two for our vacation, and now we can't even talk. So much for that talent.
I didn't think I had one that way particularly.
Okay, but it's important that we use the talents that we have, or we will lose them. I know that when I was in high school and even college, I did art, and I felt like I was getting better over time, but then I got married and had little kids, and they would get into all my paints and
it's all my fault.
Make a mess, and so I just put them away. And that was over 35 years ago. And
You've pulled them out a few times.
A few times I've pulled them out, but as I'm doing it, it's like, this is not as good as I used to be.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure if I took them out more often and used, painted and stuff like that more often,
you might be able to get that back.
I probably could.
Yeah.
And I also like to sing, but I kind of hide that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I can sing as good as other people can sing.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, the more I do sing, the better I get. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
So first of all, you have to figure out what your talents are. And then...
Well, I think you just try a lot of stuff. And you just explore, I think, a bit. And then you say, well, this seems good.
But sometimes you need somebody else to point it out to you.
Sure.
Because you can't see it.
And that's tough because a lot of people get really discouraged if they aren't fantastic from minute one.
Yeah.
And that's tough. We might fail or be criticized by others.
Yeah, it's not like we're a Bach or a Beethoven or something and...
Yeah, that just kind of... I was 6 years old, and I just woke up one day, and I got in front of a piano, and... This amazing kind of stuff came out, and everybody thought I was just this amazing thing.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often at all.
Yeah, that's okay. So the big thing about it is others can see our good works and glorify our Father in heaven, because that's where it comes from. All right. So you were good to say the whole discover your talents, where I'm kind of you just kind of trip over them sometimes.
No.
But not Lisa. Nope. All right. Family and friends can help you do this. Hopefully they're kind. Hopefully that's nice, that they're not like saying, oh, you're no good. I don't think we were like that. I think we always tried to encourage everybody. I hope I did. Got a bad memory, can't tell. Okay, and ask Heavenly Father to help you develop your talents.
Or
it's not a bad thing to do.
Or help you to figure out what they are.
Oh, yeah. He's good at leading you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
And spend time and effort to develop the talent we're seeking. Keep plugging away at it.
Like I said, if you don't use it, you'll lose it, and it's very easy to lose them.
Yeah. And then you have to learn the skills necessary to develop the talents, which is, people think about taking a class.
Well, that's how I started.
Yeah. Or reading a book. That's kind of the way I tend to do things.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, and some things you can try. Like I remember being in my oldest year in primary, and we had to crochet these squares that were like, I guess, 6 inches by 6 inches, and then we brought them in, and my mom was supposed to crochet them all together to make like this blanket, and everyone's looked so beautiful, and mine looked like cornrows. And it's like, what did I do wrong? I did everything that they did. I watched them, the person who was teaching us, and I did it exactly like they told me, and mine looked like cornrows, and everybody else's was beautifully smooth and gorgeous. And I said, this is not my talent. This is not my skill. And to this day, I still, yeah, no knitting, no crocheting, sewing, out, no. I can maybe sew on a button or rehem up something that's come apart, but no. I remember in high school taking a sewing class, and I made a skirt, and the teacher gave me an A on it, and I brought it home, and my mother said, this is not A. No. And she made me rip out every seam and re-sew that thing. And by the time I was done, I hated sewing.
So your
horrible.
mom probably wasn't the right person to go to.
No.
She wasn't encouraging
She
enough.
was a good seamstress, though. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
She sewed all of us girls' clothes, and one year for Christmas, she, I wanted a Barbie doll, and she was going to buy clothes for the Barbie doll, and
Cost too much.
they cost too much, so she made her own little patterns to fit the Barbie doll with these teeny tiny little buttons and zippers, and she spent, hours after we went to bed sewing all these clothes for weeks, and she did an amazing job. And I don't know how she did that, because I could have never done it. Never in a million years. So that was one of her talents.
Yeah.
Sewing.
See? Everybody's got one. But you got to work on it. Practice. And then share your talents with others. Your mom did that for you.
Yes, she did.
Lisa used to share her art with other people.
Yes.
I still do. I still point out
My red
some
onion.
of the art that she did. Yeah. What? You
It's-
turn up
you
your little
call
eyes.
You call it a red onion.
Because that's what it looks like. It's a red onion.
It's a cardinal in the middle of winter where it's all fluffy trying to stay
And
warm.
that's fine. It just got the name the red onion.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not like I have a great talent for naming things.
Yeah, he
Maybe.
does. Anyway.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's cocky or not, but you throw it out there, and people can have their own opinion about it. All right. So we can do it in spite of our weaknesses,
That's true.
because we all have weaknesses too.
Okay. So
Okay, here
here's
we
the
go.
situation.
All right.
I was in college,
Yeah.
and I was taking interior design, and we had to do renderings of these interiors that we had designed, with the different colors and the textures and all that other stuff.
Right.
And and we were supposed to do like anywhere from 2 to 3 renderings over the summer. And the first thing I did when I got home, I went bike riding with a friend and crashed and broke both of my wrists, and they were in casts. And how were you supposed to do that, right?
This is so Lisa.
So anyway, I talked the doctor into carving a groove into my cast so I could hold my colored pens so that I could do my renderings with my broken arm and a wrist.
There you go.
So
She was
that I
still working it.
So that I could do my assignments.
Right.
And I got back after the summer to the next, in the fall, and I was the only one who had done renderings over the summer.
They all blew
And I
it off.
did it, and I did it with casts on my wrist.
And that's why your teacher said, wow, she's amazing.
And they were really pretty good because at the end, everybody was coming, can you render this for me really quick? I'll color it in, but I need you to... And so, yeah.
People trying to suck off you.
I should have made them pay me, but I didn't.
Yeah, you should have, man.
Anyway.
Would have turned him into the teacher and said, these people are trying to get me to do their work for them. Because they don't want to do the work. They want somebody else to do the work. They just want me to be their little personal assistant.
Okay, so Heber J. Grant, he had some weaknesses that he
was
turned...
bad at baseball.
He was also bad at singing.
Yeah, bad at singing.
And he practiced and practiced. And even though they said
he's not really
he's
all
still
that
not
good.
that good, but at least he could finally carry a tune.
Yeah, it got better.
Which he hadn't been able to do before. But he said, that which we persist in doing becomes easier for us to do. Not the nature of the thing is changed, but that our power to do is increased.
There you go.
And he's a prime example of that statement.
He's a good
true.
example, yeah. Oh, and here's the wonderful thing that comes of all this. We will be blessed if we use our talents
wisely.
For good things, for good
yes,
things.
for good things.
I don't think much of people who are really amazing artists, but their subject matter is like perverse, and you go, that's not good. It doesn't lead to good things. So these talents that we get are one kind of stewardship. Tara talk about the parable of the talents, about saying that the Lord gives us something and he wants us to make more out of it. Make more out of it. Yes. That way, later on, he'll say, wow, they really did a wonderful job with what I gave them. I'm going to give them more things, more responsibilities.
But if we don't find those talents or develop them, that stewardship will eventually be taken from us and given to somebody else.
Yikes. Yeah. So I keep writing. Anyway, but keep plugging away at it. So we'll be judged according to our works. It says that a lot in the scriptures, not just this one thing in Matthew 16. This is a reoccurring theme. So by developing and using our talents for other people, we perform good works. And he will bless us if we use our talents to benefit other people and to build up his kingdom here on earth. So don't be afraid to write a song about Jesus.
Or just a poem.
Or a poem. Sure.
Yeah,
or
poetry.
Whatever else you can come up with.
I remember we used to have Christmas letters that we sent out to everybody. And you would create a
I'd put a little story in there. Yeah, I haven't done that in a long, long time.
No. That's
okay. Uh-oh. Something from my brother. Goodbye. Okay. And, Guy, we also learned self-control. Yeah, because usually you have to just keep doing it. Even if it's difficult and it takes a long time. I'm always amazed by a lot of sculptures that I've seen over the years.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, how long did that take? And they go, it took about 5 or 6 years. And you go, wow.
That's amazing, yeah.
And it says, but at the other end, it's pretty amazing. And, give it good subject matter, make it something uplifting. And you'll be blessed. Heavenly Father will bless you, maybe even with money, so that you can survive. I'm always amazed by artists that survive. I've always figured every artist I ever saw were just starving, crazy people that you better go get a day job because this isn't going to cut it. Sorry to say. Even if you're really good, I think. But that's sad to say. Shut up, Jason. All these things are necessary if we're going to be worthy to live with our Heavenly Father again.
Yeah.
You do so much better with this than I do.
Sorry.
I like to think that I write better than I talk.
He
The sad part is
That's
I don't think
another
I've really been
talent
doing
you
nothing.
have, is that you can write better than you can speak.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
So
I do kind of bad, kind of working over other people's material like this, but there it is.
yeah,
Okay, well, I'm feeling pretty good. I
yeah.
think we took care of talents.
It was short, sweet, and to the point. Maybe?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, and I hope that you go forth. And if you don't think you have any talents, pray about it and start looking for
Start trying some stuff.
yeah, and discover which talents that the Lord has blessed you with. And your talent may be something else, like always being upbeat and cheerful, or making the ability to talk to people and make them feel comfortable. Or like my younger daughter who says she didn't have any talents.
Yeah.
I think one of her talents is to be able to feel the Spirit. I can remember we were off shopping, and my oldest daughter and I went into a shop, and it was dark, and it was playing this, acid rock music, and I don't know how people saw to shop in there because the lighting was terrible. And all of a sudden I turned around, it's like, oh my gosh, where's my daughter? My youngest daughter. And I finally discovered her sitting outside of the shop. And I said, why didn't you come in with this? And she said, I can't go in there. It feels so uncomfortable. I can't do that.
There you go.
It's dark.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, when she said dark, it was spiritually dark to her.
Yeah.
And that was one of
She
her
always
talents.
scrunches up her face like this
Yeah.
when she has those situations.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
And so I allowed her to just sit out there while we finished doing because my daughter really wanted something in there that.
The other one.
Yeah, the oldest one.
The older one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's enough. I
yeah.
think
Anyway,
we've said it all.
So
it's good to see you
so
all.
look
We're
for
back.
look for other talents that aren't obvious. You'll have them, I promise.
Okay.
And we'll
Sure.
see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.